Good afternoon, all. Is my voice is audible? So last class we worked on some functions, mathematical functions. Did you all tried the function? Any doubts? Any doubts? When I shared one two files, that is a practice file for mathematical functions and logical functions. All of you download and practice that files also. If you have any doubts, you can tell me. Any doubts? Okay. So I didn't receive any doubts from you people. So we just continue with the mathematical functions today. So we left ran between ceiling, floor are the other mathematical functions. We just continue with these mathematical functions. So rand between, I'm already taught this at the time of creating a numbers marks. So rand between helps to enter the random numbers between the two different value, higher value and lower value you can give. So select it and use the equals rand between open bracket. So any random value. So I don't want to enter in the cell manually. I want to get automatic limits. You can use this formula to get your formula, that is number to be appear automatically. I just taking 50 to 100. So within 50 to 100, I will get any of the one value. This is a random value. So you can just drag and drop it to apply for multiple cells. So rand is a command which helps to display again the random numbers only, but it is in decimals between 0 and below 1. So it only displays the decimal values. Equals rand, open bracket and close bracket. That's it. So that gives you the decimal values. You can even drag and drop. So the last function under this mathematical function is ceiling and floor. So this helps to find out the higher value of the given significant and the lower value of the given significant value. So for example, I have a 28 is a number. This is 28. Is a number will fall under the multiplies of 5. Is a multiplication factor of 5? Absolutely not. So what is the next higher value which comes under the multiplication of your 5? So there is a value will find, the higher value of the number will be found with the help of significant by using ceiling. The lower value will find by floor. So the what is the multiplication value which compared to 28? What is the next value which comes under the 5 multiples? Very good. 30. 30 will display by using ceiling. What is the previous value? Good. 28. 25. So the 25 will display by using floor. So this is finds by using ceiling and floor. So equals ceiling, open bracket, select the number and select the significant. So that displays 30 is the answer by using ceiling. Floor will display 25 equals floor, open bracket, number, comma, significance. So any doubts in this? So last class we done Roman, Arabic, round, round up, round down, trunk, average, maximum and minimum, sum product, sum and product. So all these are the mathematical functions. So next, the very, very important function which is used in the entire businesses for comparison basis. So that is called as logical function. Logical works on the comparison basis. So we work based on this logical functions only if and or not. These are the different type of functions which you are going to learn under the logical function. All these logical functions directly give you the answer whether it is true or false. But what cases it will display true or false? What is the formula we have to use that we will learn one by one? The very important formula is if. Always if we are using for comparison two different type of values, you can compare with this if condition. So first we go for if. It tests that whether the condition is satisfied. Whatever the logicals if you given, that will satisfy, it will test. And it give you the answer as one value if it is true, if it is satisfied. And give you the another value if it is not satisfied. You may have heard about else. So frequently when we are talking, we will use else. So if it is the true is the answer, if else, what is the answer? False. So that will be test and gives to the users with the help of this if condition. If will test the logical and gives a one result if it is true, are the result if it is false. This is what the statement will work. Any doubts? Understand how this if will work? So what is the formula I supposed to use? As we are discussed the same formula only if logical test, and it only tests one logical. If the specified logic, I'm writing the syntax of this formula. So logical test, if it is satisfied, I will get the result in the position of value if true. If this logical is wrong, I will get the answer as value if false. This is our syntax. There is format how you need to enter the formula according to if. For example, I just give you the example. If open bracket 50 is equal to 50. Is 50 equals to 50? It's correct. Is this test is correct? Logical is correct? Yes or no? According to mathematical symbols, 50 is equal to 50. Is it correct? Or I will give you one more example. 100 is greater than 50. Is it correct? I'm not getting any reply from you peoples. Is this statement is correct or not? Yes. So if this is a statement is correct, I can request any values in the place of value if true. It may be a text, it may be a number. For example, I just give you one text. If this is correct, I should get the answer called as true. I should get the answer called as correct. I should get the answer called as yes. That you can specify whatever you require. Okay, I just entering 100 is 50. So if this is correct, I want the answer called as yes. If this is not correct, I want the answer called as no. Instead of yes or no, I can give as correct, not correct, true or false, equal or not equal. So all these are the words I can use. See, as a statement is correct, so I'm getting as yes, that is correct. If the statement is wrong, I will get no. See, I just make the reverse order. 100 is less than 50. So that is not correct. So I'm getting answer called as no. So this is how this if condition works, but it only tests one logical at a time. So I hope you may understand this. I specified yes and no in double quotes because it's a text. Whenever you call any formulas with text, so you have to always highlight with double quotes. Okay. So any doubts in if condition? All of you reply because it's very important. Based on this, many formulas we are going to work. Many examples we are going to work. So and is a statement which works on the multiple logical basis, multiple criteria basis. In the if condition, I can test only one statement at a time. But in the and, we can use multiple statement, multiple logicals at a time. But it is not possible you to specify what is the value you require to display. It directly gives you that whether the result is true or false directly. Test multiple logicals. It display true only if all the statement is correct and display false any one statement is wrong. That is and. So for example, you have a mark sheet. If all the marks is more than 35, then only you are pass. If any one marks is less than 35, then you are called it as fail. So you have to test all the subject, whether the first subject is more than 35, second subject is more than 35, third subject is more than 35. If all three subject is more than 35, you are pass. If one subject is less than 35, you are fail. So that will be done by using this and command. It shows only true or false. Equals, I just give you one example. As I told, it just take only the logicals. So equals and open bracket. Again, enter some logicals here. Equals and open bracket. As we discussed, 100 is greater than 50. This is first logical. 50 is equal to 50. This is second logical. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. This is the third logic. Is all this logical is correct? Yes or no? Yes, if all these logicals is correct, what is the answer I will get? I will get only the true answer. If any one logical is wrong, I will get false. If everything is satisfied, if every logical is correct, then I will get as true. So what is the answer I may get for this? Whether I will get true or false. Right. So I will get as true because all the logicals is correct. So I will get as true. Any doubts? If any one logical is wrong, so I make 100 is less than 50. So it's wrong. Immediately my answer will become wrong, false only, not true. First it will test the first logical. First logical only it is false. So first it will test the first subject. First subject only less than 35. So immediately my answer is fail. Same thing here also. Test the first logical. It's false. So my answer is false. Understand this and condition? Any doubts? Any doubts in this and? So next. Or. That's just an opposite of your and command. or. So this or that. So you may require two objects. So you may offer any one object. It is this or that. So that is what it is working. So if you have multiple statements, any one statement is true. So again, R will test only multiple statements. So if multiple statement, any one statement is true, it will take as true. If all the statement is false, then only it will take as false. Okay, so I just use the same thing, equals or open bracket. So multiple logicals you can specify. Or open bracket. So I just specify the first logical word is asking. I will enter the same thing. So 100 is less than 50. This logical is wrong. I will enter 50 is equal to 60. The statement is also wrong. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. The last statement is correct. So immediately I will give the answer called as true. So it will test any one logical is true, display true. Only display false if all the logicals are false. So equals or open bracket, 100 is less than 50, it's wrong. 50 is equal to 60, this is also wrong. 4 plus 3 is equal to 1. This is also wrong. So all the statements are wrong. Then only I will get as false. If any one statement is wrong, I will get as true. So any doubts in this or condition, check it out once. Any doubts? Just an opposite of your and command. The last function under this is your not. So this just display the answer reverse in the nature. That means if the answer is true, you will get as false. If the answer is false, it will display as true. It changes your result true to false and false to true. It changes your result true to false and false to true. And it is also testing only one logicals here. So if 50 is equal to 50, the statement is correct. But this not will display. If the 50 is equal to 50 is true, if not, what is the answer? That is false. I hope you understand this. So not works just opposite of your if command. Is equal to not open bracket 4 plus 3 is equal to 1. This is not correct. The statement is wrong. But it shows us true. The statement is false, then not display true. If not, it is true. If not, it is false. Any doubts in this fourth statement? If, and, or, and not. Any doubts? Shall we continue? If you are doing simultaneously one time, you can tell me to wait. So I will wait for at least 2 minutes or 5 minutes, let you to complete the formulas. Shall we continue? Or you want me to wait? So all of you download the logical function file which I sent you. So in that all the format I'm already given, just need to find out the answers. Did you all download it? We just take an example of bonus. So I have a name, salary, bonus is a what are the column headings. I already have a name and salary column. I need to find out the bonus. But this bonus has to be displayed based on again my condition. I is giving an example. So if my salary is greater than 15,000, then a bonus should be 2% of their respective salary. If the salary is less than 15,000, then it has to be 5% on the respective salary. So first we are using the logics. Whether my salary of the employee is greater than or equal to 15,000 or not. I show you the statement here. Equals if open bracket. So it is asking the first thing is logical test. I am testing that whether my salary is greater than or equal to 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, this is my logical test. I require the value if true. If it is more than 15,000, what should be the result I should get in this column? 2% on 15,000 or whatever the salary they have. So 2% into any doubts till now? If not, if it is not more than 15,000, it has to find out 5%, 5% into again some same basic salary. It's clear? I show you again, equals if open bracket. It has for only three options. One is logical test, value if true, value if false. My logical test is whether my salary is greater than or equal to 15,000. So what is the criteria condition? If it is more than 15,000, it is 2% on my basic salary. Less than 15,000 is 5% on basic salary will be considered as bonus. So I need to give that. I cannot be keep on identify the salaries and give 2%, give 5% for 600 employees, for 700 employees. So I will apply the formula for one employee. The Excel should test automatically whether this employee salary is more than 15,000 or less than 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, 2% as a bonus has to be calculated. If it is less than 15,000, 5% bonus has to be calculated. So as the salary is more than 15,000, so more than 15,000 should be 2% on basic salary. If not, if it is not more than 15,000, obviously Excel will treat as it is less than 15,000. Value if false. Immediately Excel will take this statement as less than 15,000 in the position of value if false. If not more than 15,000, then it has to be calculated for less than 15,000 employees, 5% into again basic salary. Any doubts now? All of you understand? Just drag and drop it to apply for all other employee. Any doubts? We go for the next example. All of you done this? We go for next example. Is done? Is done? We'll continue. I want a reply. Otherwise, I can't understand that. I'm not seeing you right. So if you reply only, I can understand whether you understand, you are working, or you want to practice. Okay, let me continue for the next example. So with the combination of if and. So two formulas we are using in a one single statement. So you know how to find out the total and average. I know to explain to you again. So which is a formula is used to function name is used for addition, total. For average, for addition it is sum. For average, so it is average only. Okay. So I just use what is the shortcut key for auto sum? Shortcut key for auto sum. Is it is all plus. Alt equals is a shortcut key for auto sum. Okay. So we just use equal sum as a function. Open bracket. Select your all 5 subjects of the first student Ranjit. So close the bracket and enter. I'm getting a total. So it's similar like average also equals average open bracket. Select your all 5 subjects excluding total, only 5 subjects, close the bracket, enter. So I'm getting 72.8%. So I need to find out the result. Any doubts in total and average? We will find out the result with the help of if statement. Again, I have a conditions. If the marks is more than 35 in all the subject, then the result should be pass. If any one subject is less than 35, then the result should be fail. So we'll find out the result. Equals if open bracket, it is asking logical test. Which one you want me to repeat? Total, average or result? Shweshika? Total is equals sum, open bracket, select all 5 subject marks, close bracket. Same way, we average also equals average, open bracket, all 5 subject and close the bracket. Fine. So we find out the result now. Equals if open bracket. It is asking for logical test. I will select the Kannada 74 is the what is marks is greater than or equal to 35. Then it should display as pass. Else it should display as fail. This is what I can give as only one statement in the if condition. I cannot be test English, math, science, social at a time in the using this if command. So what I'm using along with this if, I'm using one more formula in the place of logical test, that is AND. Just now we discussed AND command. It tests all the logicals. If any one logical is false, display false. Only display true if all the logical is satisfied. So I'm using AND. So when I use AND, it is asking the multiple logicals. So I am testing a logical. First subject is greater than or equal to 35. The second subject is greater than or equal to 35. And third subject, use commas of all each logicals, is greater than or equal to 35. The fourth subject is greater than or equal to 35. And the last subject is greater than or equal to 35. So my logical is completed. Whichever I wanted to test, it is completed. So I need to close this logicals AND command. When I close, I'm coming back to the if statement. Previously I was in AND statement. When I close the bracket, the AND statement is completed. So I will come back to the if statement. All these where I specified, which is highlighted in bold, logical test is highlighted in bold. So I specified this entire thing as a logical, logical test. If this is all satisfied, then I should get the result called as pass in the place of value true. Else I should get as fail in the place of value false. Any doubts in this? Just check it out. Just drag and drop to display the answers for other students. All of you doing it? Any doubts? We'll continue. I want the reply from everyone. Is done. We'll continue. Are you all simultaneously doing it? Everyone should reply. I'm getting reply from only two students. What about others? Minsha, Shruti, Sneha, Sunaina, Sveshika, Vaishnavi, Preeti, Rashmi, Chaitra, Chandini, Deepti, Jovita. So everyone should practice. Right. So now we go for the next if statement again, but we are using this if statement multiple times. So in one formula, many times if I'm using if statement, it's called as nested if. It's called it as nested if. So I need to find out the grade. Total and average, we already know how to find out. So now we are finding a grade. But grade should be displayed based on the again condition. I cannot be manually give the grade here by testing each and every student average, that is percentage. So the formula should apply automatically for all my students. So if it is more than 90, it is A grade, more than 75, it is B plus, more than 55, it is B, more than 35, it is C, less than 35, it is fail. This is the condition has to be tested. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times I have to use the if statement condition. So I just use here, all of you observe, equals if open bracket, the logical test, the average, the selected average is greater than or equal to 90. It is 90. I want A grade. Should be appear what? A grade. If not, directly I should not get as fail. Again, it has to be test where it is more than 75, more than 55, more than 35. So I'm again using if statement in the place of value if false. If this is true, I want A grade. If this is false, again test. Value false is if open bracket. Logical test again, average is greater than or equal to 75. Average is greater than or equal to 75. Then I should get as B plus grade. Else again I should not get as fail directly. Again it has to be test if open bracket the same average I112, that is 112th cell, is greater than or equal to 55. Then I should get the answer called as B grade. Else again it has to be test once again if open bracket I112 is greater than or equal to 35. Then it is C grade. Else again I don't have any other condition to be test. Obviously, if it is not more than 35, it is value false is less than 35 only. Less than 35 is fail. So close all the brackets which I opened. So this gives the result whether the grade is A grade, B plus, B or C. Is done. These commas, double inverted quotes, brackets, all are very important. If you miss any one comma or one double inverted quote also, you will get an error. While you are practicing, if you're getting any error, check it out, all the commas, double inverted quotes, brackets, you have started correctly or ending correctly. Is done. Okay, we just continue with the next formula. Next, sorry, example. So we find out the salary of the employees. So I want you to complete this and tell me the answer. I'm already giving this with the help of employee code, name, basic pay. DA, HRA, CC, and gross total you have to find out. So DA is 10% on basic salary. Sorry, 25% on basic salary. HRA is 10% on basic salary. CCA, it is fixed. I'm given the statement you can see. CCA, it is fixed 2000 for every employee, and you need to find out the gross total. Gross total is total of all these four. Basic salary plus DA plus HRA plus CCA. So all these are the allowance for the employees which is given by the company. I just given some standard allowances percentage 25, 10 and 2000. DNS allowances, house rent allowances, city compensation allowances. Will you find this? Now you complete it. Then you find out the PT, PF, ESI. Again based on the condition. Find out now fast. DA is 25%, HRA 10%, CCA is fixed 2000 for all. I just give you 5 minutes time. Now it is 5, 5, 1. Within 5, 5, you can complete it. It's done. All of you completed. It's done or what? So what is the answer for DA of the first employee? HRA? Gross total. Okay. Gross total. Gross total is all four: basic pay, DA, HRA, and CCA. All four you have to add. Just cross verify all of you. I just do it here. So DA is 25%. So equals 25% into, right. So basic pay. That is 8,500. HRA equals 10% into the basic pay. CCA 2,000 fixed. Gross total, I use function alt equals for auto sum. So this is addition of basic salary, HRA, DA, CCA. Any doubts? So we find it the gross total. Next we go for PT. PT is professional tax. So this tax according to the statutory deductions from the government department for every employee who is professional. So whose earning salary is more than 15,000. If it is less than 15,000, no need to pay any professional tax. So this is a slab rate for Karnataka. It differs from one state to another state. So according to government, the slab rate will differ from one state to another state. We consider 15,000 on basic salary. If the basic salary is more than 15,000, it has to be displayed 200. I should not again manually provide it. Excel only should take that answers to display 200 or 0. More than 15,000 it is 200. Less than 15,000 is 0. Will you find the answer for PT? Will you try? Previously we done for bone a similar way. So if more than 15,000 it is 200. Less than 15,000 0. Will you try? So you should get 200 in a PT. Try to find out the PT by using if statement. So after completing PT, just type what is the formula you used. What is the formula for this PT? PT calculation. How many of you completed? Type the formula how you used. Dipti, we have only 3 statements to be entered. Logical test, value of true, value of false. So you are entering more than one argument. Almost correct, but one statement has to be removed. And if is used only once. So what about the others? Sunaina, Sneha, Rukia, Shweshika, Preeti. Did you apply it? Okay, so I show you the how you need to enter the formula in for PT. You try for PF and ESI. Yeah, good. So this is right. So now we just apply equals if open bracket whether my statement that is basic pay is greater than or equal to 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, 200 is the number. So whenever you enter the values in the format of text, you should enter with double quotes. In the format of numbers, no need to enter with double quotes. For numbers, it's not required double quote to be highlighted. Comma 0 if else. So else means obviously it is less than 15,000 the Excel will consider. As I am given more than 15,000 is 200. So Excel will consider if not it is less than 15,000. So less than 15,000 is 0. Close the bracket, enter. Does you understand? Has everyone got this? Equals the basic pay is greater than or equal to 15,000, comma 200, comma 0. Any doubts? I want everyone should reply. You have any doubts? Did you all got the answer? I want reply from everyone. So like the same you find for PF, Provident Fund. So Provident Fund is 12% on basic salary. If it is the salary is more than 15,000, 1,800, less than 15,000 is 12% on basic salary. Whatever the salary they are getting. More than 15,000 is 1,800. Less than 15,000 is 12% on basic salary. So what is a formula I should apply? More than 15,000 is 1,800. Less than 15,000 is 12% on basic salary. Find out the answer for this fast. You're taking more time. Find out the answer fast. Is done. What is the formula? Deepti, Rukia, Dira. What's the formula? Okay. So I just type here, just check it out, your formulas. Equals if open bracket. Again, if the basic salary is more than or equal to 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, it is 1,800. So the value of true is 1,800. If not, it is 12%. Very simple. 12% into basic salary. That's it. Any doubts? So same thing like your ESA also employs state insurance. It's just a medical insurance every monthly deducted from the employee's salary. So the deduction again happens if it is more than 15,000. It is 0, there is no deduction. If it is less than 15,000, 1.75% on the basic salary. Again, we are testing equals if open bracket, select your basic salary is greater than or equal to 15,000. If it is more than 15,000, there is no ESI. Less than 15,000, it is 1.75%. Again, multiplication symbol into the basic salary. Any doubts? So total deduction is total of your PT, PF and ESI. I just again use alt equals is to add. So net salary is a gross total minus total deduction is your net salary equals your gross total minus total deduction. Any doubts? All of you find it the net gross, sorry, total deduction, net salary, PF and E. It's completed. I want a reply from you people. It's done. Fine. Let's just take the last example under this. Total deduction is the total of PT, PF, ESI. You can use alt equals for auto sum. Net salary is gross total minus total deduction. All right. So we just go for the next example. This is the last example based on this if statement. So previously we used total, average, grade, result, everything. But even I got the grade for fail student also. See, the first statement I'm getting fail, the last two student, but still it is showing as grade B, B grade, B grade. So it is not correct. It's wrong. So I should get as fail only if the student is fail. So whenever I use total, average, grade, rank, if I find the total, if I find the average, grade and rank, if the student is pass only, I should get all this result. If the student is fail, I should get as fail is a word in every places. Instead of the answer, I want the word called as the answers only should be displayed as fail. So you know how to find out the results, right? Previously, the first statement we done find out the result based on a marks. If the student marks is more than 35, I should get pass. If it is less than 35, fail. So if we find out this result fast, equals if open bracket, the logical test, I'm just using, I have multiple logical to be test. So I'm using and is a one more statement. My first logical is greater than or equal to 35. The second logical is greater than or equal to 35. The third subject is greater than or equal to 35. The fourth subject is greater than or equal to 35. The last subject is greater than or equal to 35. If all these statements is correct, then I should get the result called as pass, else I should get as fail. This we already done. Any doubts in this? The result? Any doubts? So based on this result, pass on fail, every places we are testing based on the result only. I show you the formula for total, you find out for average. All of you carefully observe here, I'm testing whether the result is pass. If it is pass only, I should get a total. If it is fail, I should get as fail. So equals, if open bracket, the logical test is the cell H138 should contains the word called as pass. If this is showing in the particular cell, then I need to find out the total sum of 5 subject. Else it has to be displayed as failed. I don't want to get the result, I should get as failed. Any doubts in this total? If the cell contains the word called as pass, then I want the total, else I want fail. Like the same, you also try to find out the average. If the result is pass, the average should display. Otherwise, it has to be displayed as fail. Once you complete, you can type the formula in the chat. See, in every places, wherever I have a fail, I'm getting as fail. Only pass students are getting total. So apply the same formula to find out the average. But use average function name. Is done. What is the formula for average? Type the complete formula if you are completed. Is done. Reply if you are completed. We go further. So what is the formula for average, Rukia? Very good. So I just use the same equals if open bracket, select the cell, that is your result contains pass, then it is average, open bracket, select your average of 5 subject, close the bracket, else it is fail. Equals if the result cell contains a pass, then find out the average, else display fail. It's done. So like this, we will also find a grade. Again, the grade also display A grade, B grade, C grade, based on again the result pass. If the cell contains pass, then only the result should display. So again, we are applying equals if open bracket, select the cell this result cell contains as pass, then it has be find out all the grades. If again open bracket, average is more than or equal to 15,000, sorry, 90. So then it is A grade. If not, again test. If open bracket, average is greater than or equal to 75, it is B plus. If again average is greater than or equal to 55, then it is B grade. Else it has to be again test if open bracket the average is greater than or equal to 35, then it is C grade. Else it is fail. This is what we done previously to find out the grade. See, if the result cell contains as pass, then I should find out the grade. Else, still I am not completed my formula. If the result cell contains pass, the value of true I specified these many things. So if not, it has to be again displayed as fail. So we complete the formula. Check it out, any doubts in this? It's done. We go for next. The last one is rank. Fast. If you're completed, at least reply to me. I don't need to wait. I can continue for the next one. 16 members are there in the group. No one is replying. Again, if you are getting any errors, check it out that double inverted quotes, brackets, commas, all are very important. Any doubts? We'll continue the rank. Rekshita, Rukia, Deepti. Shall we continue? It's completed. Right, the last one is rank. We'll find out the rank now. So again, the rank is also based on the conditions only. If the result is pass, then the rank should be displayed. If the result is fail, then the rank should not be appear as fail, it has to be displayed. So equals, if open bracket, select the result cell, it should display as pass. If it is displaying as pass, I need to find out the rank. It is asking, the rank function is asking the number. So based on what we will find out the rank, whether it is based on a total, based on an average, or based on a grade. How the rank is given? Is based on a total, average, or grade? Yes, very good. It's based on a total. If any one student got the highest marks, then that is a first rank. So that we are finding based on a total. So number I will select as total. But next it is asking references. Out of these range, the total column. In this range, test whether any one student is getting the first rank, second rank, third rank based on the highest marks. So this should be, the range should be fixed. It should not be vary. The range should be fixed. So how do I convert it from relative to absolute? What is the shortcut key? I have to make this range as constant. Okay, fine. F4 is a shortcut key to convert from relative to absolute, absolute to mixed, again mixed to relative. So I just converting relative to absolute by pressing F4 function key. See, everything is changed as dollar symbol. $I, $138, $I, $147. I close this reference. So logical test we provided, value true we are provided. If not, it has to be displayed as fail. Value false is fail. So just drag and drop it to apply the rank. See, first rank, second rank, third rank is shared between two peoples because the same same total 371, 371. So fourth rank is not there, fifth and sixth rank. I show you the rank function again. Equals if open bracket. Select whether the result cell contains as pass. Then I should find out rank. Rank open bracket. Rank should be based on total. So number is total first cell value, comma reference is total column. So if it is you have entire sheet is only total, you can select the column heading like this. So entire total column will choose here. So but this range should be constant. It should not be wrap for next answers. So I will be making this as constant by pressing F4. F4 is a shortcut key to convert from relative to absolute. So this is complete your rank function. So if this is pass, I should get a rank. If else, I should get as fail. Any doubts? Any doubts? It's completed. again you practice all these. Any doubts tomorrow class, that is next class, you can ask. So we completed logical functions today, mathematical functions. So based on this, again, we will use some other conditions which is there in our Excel, like define names, conditional formatting, data validations, and all we will use. So I'll have to take any one of the marked list. Okay, you just take the last example only. I need to highlight that exactly in which subject the student is getting less than 35 marks. Exactly in which subject the student is getting less than 35 marks. I need to highlight that with red color circle. Okay, so all of you observe here, select only the marks. Select only marks. Come to data is a tab. Under the data tab, data tools, data validation. We are using data tab, data tools, data validation. Click on data validation again. There is one setting field will appear. Select as validation criteria allow is whole number. Select allow is whole number. Data is greater than or equal to. Minimum value is 35. Data is greater than or equal to. The minimum value is 35. That's it. So just click on OK. Under the data validation, I have one more option called as circle invalid data. So if it is greater than or equal to 35 is the minimum marks I am given, what is else will display? So less than 35 should be highlighted. Invalid is nothing but less than 35. So the less than 35 should be highlighted with circles. See, in social, 3 peoples, in the science, 1 people. You can also remove this validation circles if you don't require. So come back to the data validation again. Clear validation circles, and this can be entered a number of times whenever you require. Any doubts? Any doubts in this data validation? So as we are given table names, so whenever I press Ctrl G, I can find out where my table is available. See, when I press Ctrl G, go to command. So immediately whatever the table names we are given, student list, sales report, it is showing the table. I can click and click OK to jump to that particular table. In the same way, similar manner, instead of creating a table, instead of converting your data as table, you can also give a range name. Certain range you can select and you can define the name for that. So it's called as define names. So I just select this gross total column. When I see in the name box, cell reference will appear in the name box, right? When I see in the name box, it is showing us G124 is a cell reference. That means the first cell reference will display automatically. Instead of G124, I should get as gross total is the name. So that you can change by using formulas. Go to formulas, click on define name. So here you can able to define the name for the selected range. So automatically as I am selected a column heading, the column heading name will automatically display as name gross total. For this workbook, in this particular range from G124 to G134, this is the name is going to appear. Click OK. Now you can observe that instead of the cell reference, I am getting a name called gross total. Do the same thing for your total deduction also. Select total deduction column. Click on define names. Click on OK. The name will appear total deduction. Click on OK. You can also manually type in the name box also. Manually, if you want to type, you can type from the name box also. It is possible. So with the help of this defined names, whatever column you want to give a name, you can give a name. So with the help of the gross total and total deduction, see, net salary, is that? So when I use a net salary, I was taking gross total minus total deduction. But it was showing a cell reference, not the name. So instead of this, I want to display as name directly. So I just remove this net salary column, delete. So I will use equals blankly without seeing a name of the cell or if without selecting a cell reference. I'm just directly entering gross total minus total deduction. See, I'm not selecting any references. The selected name can be used as a formula in your Excel. The defined names can be used as a formula in Excel. So if I click this cell, it shows gross total minus total deduction only. It will not display the cell reference. This is called as defined name. If you've done any mistakes while you're typing this or selecting a range, only for one cell or only for two cell you applied. Again, later you wanted to change. So on that time, go to name manager, which is there in the formulas, name manager. If you click name manager, that shows that which are the range you are given as a gross total. The range name will references will be displayed. If you don't want this, you can delete it. Delete and create it again. So any doubts till now? We done define names. We done data validation by highlighting a circling cell. We done logical functions, if, and, or, and not. And we done the mathematical functions. Any doubts in today's class? Okay, today we will wind up the class. I hope you don't have any doubts. If you practice tomorrow, you can ask the doubts. Okay, thank you.